So my car insurance premium is coming up and I've been curious about this pay per mile car insurance, where you only get charged for the miles that you drive. In this video, I'm going to be checking out Metromile and getting a quote to see if it's actually worth it. Hey guys, it's Justine with Debt Free Millennials, the channel to help you crush your debt and live payment free. If you are new to the channel and you want to learn how to live that debt-free life, click to subscribe. Part of your debt-free journey should definitely be checking into your car insurance premium. I cannot believe how many people overpay in car insurance. Now you might be wondering, how does Metromile work? They actually send you a little device called the Pulse. That device plugs in to the inside of your car, typically like behind the steering wheel, down there, somewhere in there. You plug in this device, you pair it up with your phone. Once it's paired, then that device can start tracking your mileage. So which states does Metromile operate within? Currently, the states that they operate in are Arizona, California, Illinois, New Jersey, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Washington. Now, they claim on their website that they're going to expand more in 2020, but we'll see. And I think this works really well for large cities such as San Diego, LA, Seattle, Chicago, places where you're not going to be driving, that you may not be driving as far, or if you have just one vehicle like Kyle and I do, he takes that to work and I work from home. So we're not driving the car very far, and on the weekends we like to walk to a lot of different places. So why not check out Metromile? So a few key points that I want to touch on about this insurance company. First are road trips, because you're thinking, oh, well, if you take a road trip, then it's going to be crazy expensive. So Metromile says that all miles above 250 driven in one day are free, or 150 for those who live in New Jersey. Your insurance with Metromile also does include collision and comprehensive options, roadside assistance, glass repair, and 24/7 support from their claims team. And then there's the app. So the app is synced up to your Pulse plug-in device, and it's going to tell you your car's health. It's going to tell you, it's got the street sweeping feature where it's going to tell you whether or not you can park in certain areas to avoid parking tickets. It can even find lost or stolen cars, or just even find your car if it's lost in a parking lot, which has definitely happened to me. Now you can add additional drivers to the policy, so very similar to what you might find with bigger insurance companies. My opinion on Metromile is this is a really cool concept to car insurance. I think it's very millennial friendly by using an app that syncs up with the device on your car. I really like that, and I also think this is very friendly for urban dwellers, people who live in cities and who can walk to different points of interest and don't have to use their car that often, or people who work from home and don't use their car that often. That also works for Metromile as well. Now, one thing that I want to point out is that your premium is going to vary based on some different factors, including your driving history, the type of vehicle that you're driving, where you live, how old you are. Someone who is 16 and applying for car insurance is going to have a way higher premium than someone like myself who's 31. Why? Because you're a new driver and insurance companies don't trust you yet. And as you get older and you're kind of in the sweet spot of your 30s, 40s, and 50s, you're probably going to pay the least amount in premiums because you have a good driving history, especially if you don't have any history of accidents or tickets. So why does any of this matter? Well, you want to make sure that you pay the least amount in car insurance while maximizing your protection. If you don't know what type of car insurance you need, check out my video below. I will link to that in the description box, where I talk about the difference between liability, collision, and comprehensive coverage, and then come back here because I'm about to put Metromile to the test. Okay, so when you first log on to metromile.com, they are going to ask you for a whole bunch of personal information, and then that should already match up to whatever vehicle is registered under your name. You can add any additional drivers, and then they're going to customize your policy for you. And I kind of want to pause the video here and show you underneath bodily injury and property damage liability, which is required in every single state for car insurance, is that they automatically put me underneath the 100, 300, 100 category. So at that projected monthly cost, not changing anything else, it was going to be $23.87 for car insurance with Metromile. But if I bump it up to 250, 500, 100, basically maxing out my liability coverage, it only increases my monthly cost just not even $1, right? $24.80. So I highly recommend bumping up the liability. If you can, check out my car insurance video. I'll link to that. And then what you're going to do is scroll down and see that, okay, as I bump up my deductible coverages, the comprehensive deductible is now maxed out at $1,000 and collision is maxed out at $1,000, and that's increased my rate to $37.51, and then plus that nearly 5 cents per mile rate. Now you might be wondering about the collision deductible waiver. I didn't know what this was, but basically you don't have to pay your collision deductible if you're involved in an accident caused by a driver who is not insured. And then uninsured motorist property damage is not covered because it's covered in the collision coverage. So I've already got it taken care of. It's not a separate add-on feature. All right, so that's my base. And what's really cool about Metromile is that you can adjust the mileage, what you think you'll be driving in a month, and see how that changes your cost over the course of a month. So if you drive 150 miles, 200, all the way up to 250, I just maxed it out at 250 just to see what it was going to be. And it was around $50, which is kind of crazy. It's super, super cheap based off of the information that I put in. Now, I pay $64 a month with Progressive for car insurance for the exact same coverage, and if I drive just 250 miles a month with Metromile, my insurance premium is only $50.32. This gives me pause of whether or not I should make the switch from Progressive to Metromile. So we're looking at a price difference between $50 and $64. So I'll save $14 a month. That comes out to $168 per year. So I'm thinking, how could I better direct $168 than by overpaying in car insurance? Now I think it's time to make a decision with Kyle and figure out whether or not Metromile is right for us. All right, so that really only took me maybe 5 minutes to look up a quote on Metromile. If you are in those states that I mentioned and you want to get a free quote from Metromile, I'll go ahead and leave my affiliate link below so that you can take a look. For me, there was some cost savings here. So I think it's just sitting down with Kyle and figuring out, is this worth a switch? Is it worth the device and the hassle of making a change? $168. I could do a lot more with that than paying on car insurance. Let me know how you guys did and what your quote is from Metromile below.